I have lost some very important people in my life. My father died of cancer, and I have a niece who died of cancer at 33.
Well, my father had cancer, died of it. My uncle.
My great-grandmother died of uterine cancer. My grandmother died of squamous cell carcinoma, and my mother died of breast cancer.
Cancer touched my life pretty early. I was diagnosed with cancer of the colon when I was in my mid-30s.
Cancer has touched my life in many ways, either by my father-in-law or my brother, who I've both lost recently.
My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer and my dad had colon cancer. Cancer still affects the lives of many people, too many people.
The motivation for our guild in Sky Mountain would be that we had just recently lost a very dear neighbor, Peggy Martindale.
Peggy had a rare for adults cancer called neuroblastoma. A nerve cancer that was in her chest.
Peggy was well when we first moved in, and it didn't take long for her to start coughing and get sick. And within a year, I think 1985, Peggy Martindale died. So the Martindale Guild started.
After Peggy died, our neighbor, Marilyn Hogue, started the guild with neighbors, primarily neighbors who knew Peggy and helped her through the treatments. The guild was founded to, number one, raise funds for the Hutchinson Center in support of cancer. The Hutchinson Center hadn't been created all that much before that. There was an in-service component to the guild as well, so it was to help the patients who were coming for treatment at the guild, as well as to raise funds for the research that the guild does.
The Hutch School is part of the Peak Gross House, and it's a school where children of patients, maybe their parents are a cancer treatment patient, maybe their sibling is a cancer treatment patient, or maybe they themselves have cancer and they're going through treatment here.
I started participating in the luncheons at the Hutch School because it gave such a personal face to the kids there.
It's unbelievable that there are kids there whose siblings or parents or other family members are at the Hutch going through cancer treatment. I mean, I've met children from Arkansas and Alaska and Mexico and Yakima.
It helps them continue with their schoolwork and learning and try to create that consistent environment for them while they're going through such a traumatic time.
But still, you're still so touched by all they go through and how much they have to bear, and they do it, all the families and the kids to me do it with such energy and humor and grace, and it makes me so grateful.
I think it's really important for me, at least, to give to something bigger than myself, and there's no better institution than Fred Hutch to be involved with.
The friendships have been wonderful, and obviously the work that the Guild does is so meaningful. You know, whose life hasn't been touched by cancer?
My wife passed away on August 12th, 2009. It was the day before my birthday, and I think that may have been her final gift to me, and I'll never forget that day. We were 4 months pregnant. I remember being pulled into a side room from the doctor, the surgeon, and he told me that it was cancer. By about October 18th, we knew that we had about a 3% chance of survival. We terminated our pregnancy in early November and started treatment. Her mom and my mom and her dad were there with me the last week or so. She couldn't speak anymore and she had oxygen tubes. And I gave her a kiss on the cheek like I did every day. And I did that every day and every night. And I would always tell her that I love you, babe, and I'm proud of you forever. Some tears rolled down her eyes, and I've heard that can happen when you die. And she passed away within 20 seconds. I guess I got to see her take her last breath. Maybe I wouldn't want it any other way, but it definitely changes you. And I think that tear was just for what could have been, and that she didn't want to miss out on it. On August 12, 2009, she passed away at 2:40 p.m. Lots of changes when your wife passes away and you live 3,000 miles from your family, so we're starting them.
I've always remembered what Margaret Mead said, and I believe she said this as she was talking about volunteerism. She said, "You never doubt what a small group of committed people can do to change the world." And indeed, that is all we really have. So when I heard that through the years, I've often thought about how it relates to the Martindale Guild. I mean, here's a group of women who truly have done so much for the community in giving their time, their effort, and their love. I feel very proud to have been a small part in that.
All the people who help support Hutch School, not the least of which is the Martindale Guild, is beloved by all of us who spend time here. So thank you for that.
And I will try to fix you.